哈马斯释放20名以色列生还人质。
And I was lucky, and I see all my family again.
获释人质自述被扣押经历。
We listen the hours from the muazzin. We know it's 5 times in the day, very exactly the hour every day.
הדבר הכי קשה שהייתה לנו זה החוסר חופש. הביאו לנו אספקה של מים בצורה מדודה כל יום, ואוכל בהתחלה היה קצת, ועם הזמן הלך בפחד.
风云对话专访以色列获释人质路易斯·哈尔、克拉拉·马尔曼。大家好，欢迎收看《风云对话》，我是朱梓彤。2023年10月7日，巴勒斯坦伊斯兰抵抗运动哈马斯从加沙地带突袭以色列境内的居民目标，导致约1200人死亡，约250人被哈马斯武装人员带回加沙地带扣押。以色列总理内塔尼亚胡宣布国家进入战争状态，以军随即空袭加沙，新一轮巴以冲突全面爆发。此后，哈马斯陆续公布部分人质影像，显示仍有大量平民被扣押。在被劫持的人质当中，就包括一对居住在以色列南部、距离加沙仅有3公里的夫妻。他们是72岁的路易斯·哈尔和66岁的克拉拉·马尔曼。他们在袭击中与家人一同被带往加沙。2025年10月30日，路易斯·哈尔与克拉拉·马尔曼在以色列驻华使馆接受《风云对话》的专访。
Luis and Clara, welcome to Beijing and welcome to Come On Talk with World Leaders. It's good to have you with us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, well, take us back to what happened on the 7th of October 2023. Take us through that experience you had. What were you doing at home in the morning?
We was together in the Clara's house in the kibbutz. We was 5 members from the family. Was Clara with his brother Fernando, the sister Gabriela, and the niece Mia, and me. We was together. We eating together the last night, and we're going to sleep. But 6:29 in the morning, it start to listen the missiles from Gaza. This has happened the last 20 years. Okay, it's in the middle of the week or every Saturday, and we have 15 seconds to go to the self room, and we say everybody to go to the self room.
Where is the safe room?
It's into the house.
In the house.
Why? It's only 15 seconds. We don't have time for nothing, just to go. And the woman was in pajama, and the boys was with a little pants and a teacher. Very quickly, all the time when we listen the explosion, the boom, and it's not in the house, and we're waiting 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and it's possible to go outside again. But the 7th of October was continuous to be another missiles and other missiles all the time, and was very difficult, and we don't understand what happened. And we say to everybody to stay in the self room. And this is what we're doing.
שאני גרה לבד בניר יצחק, שזה 3 קילומטר מגזה. אז באותו בוקר זה היה שונה, כי שמענו את כל ההפצצה הזו, וזה היה מאוד מאוד מפחיד. אף על פי שאנחנו רגילים שמדי פעם זה קורה.
How long did that process take and what happened next?
Okay, everything continues. The missiles, but in one moment we start to listen in the shooting around the house, shooting the doors from the house, and we start to listen Arabic into the house. The terrorists coming from the windows, they broke in all the windows and coming in from and open all the house. We was in the self room, and in one moment we start to listen. They try to open the door from the self room, and Clara said to us to be together, to make in the floor, in the corner. And this is what we're doing. We was together, all the five people in the ground. They coming inside, the terrorists, and shooting. Yeah, but all the shots was up of the air, and not happened nothing to us. In that moment, we start to say, "Don't shoot," and they stop. But it start very brutal situation to take us from close, to take us outside. And when I get up and I start to look into the house, was full of terrorists, and all the house was terrorists, and they broken everything, and they running in the house, they talking in Arabic. Yeah, we was in shock, and we don't understand what happened. We are normal people, no guns. In our house, we were sleeping, and this what happened now. We don't understand from where coming. All the time was missiles, but terrorists into the house, and so much terrorists is terrible.
How were you taken, and where were you taken to?
What we see around was all the cars was in fire. And it's coming the truck, the Toyota, white Toyota, and they put us into the Toyota. When we sitting was a lot of guns and army things, and we're sitting on up this, and 5 terrorists coming up to us with the guns, and start to shoot to the air and to say Allahu Akbar, very happy. And we start to move in the Gaza direction. But what we see, all the terrorists was taking drugs, and the eyes was very big, and they don't know what they're doing. It's really crazy people. The driving was terrible, and I understand we're going to the Gaza direction.
So how long did this car journey take? And when did you arrive at your destination?
It was a few minutes, only 3 kilometers to be there. And was the city, the name of the city is Khan Yunis. And when we was in Khan Yunis, they put us into the tunnel. We're going into the tunnel. The tunnel is like 40 meters under the ground, very dark, very difficult to go. It was stones and cables and everything on the floor. We was not shoes. And this is the situation. We are in shock, and we just running, and they pushing us all the time. It was like 4 or 5 hours we was running all the time. I think it's the last place in the world we will be. But after we're going outside, and I see the day, the light of the day, and it was a chicken house.
A chicken house?
Yeah, when we're going outside, it was a chicken house, but it's under the building from the houses. It's looking like a house, but it was a chicken house. And they give clothes to the women to be like Arabic women. And from there, they take us to other house.
Were you relocated to elsewhere? When were you separated from each other?
They don't separate. We was together all the time, all the 5 members from the family. There's only was place for women and place for boys.
Okay.
But together, all the time. And this was very good for us, to be a family together. We was in the family house, in the second floor. After they take the women outside from the house, and we don't understand what happened, where they taken the women. All the information we have is from the terrorists. Why we don't listen, no television, no radio, nothing. And we don't understand, was very difficult for us.
So were you given daily supplies of food when you were in this house where you were staying? Was there food, water, and were you allowed to use the toilet as normal?
הדבר הכי קשה שהייתה לנו זה החוסר חופש. הרגשנו כל הזמן מאוימים. המחבלים היו כל הזמן עם נשק, וכל הזמן כועסים ובצעקות. הביאו לנו אספקה של מים בצורה מדודה כל יום, ואוכל בהתחלה היה קצת, ועם הזמן הלך בפחד. בסוף השהייה, כעבור ימים, היה רק פיתה אחד, פרננדו ולואיס, שנשארו יותר זמן בשבי, היו צריכים לאכול פיתה ביום שחילקו בין שניהם, חצי פרננדו, חצי ללואיס, ולוקחים כל פעם קצת לאכול, כדי שיהיה להם כל היום. לואיס הוריד מעצמו 16 קילו. לשירותים היינו צריכים לבקש רשות מהם לכל דבר, לכל צעד שעושים. כדי התנאים הסניטריים היו מביאים לנו דלי עם מים, שעם זה היינו צריכים לשטוף את עצמנו. היינו משתפים את הדלי הזה, דלי אחד כל 10-15 יום, לכל החמשת במשפחה. אנחנו כמבוגרים זקוקים לתרופות קבועות, לא קיבלנו תרופות, לא קיבלנו ביקור של רופא. התנאים היו ממש קשים.
Were you able to speak to each other like normal? Were you allowed to speak to the guards?
We was talking very slow, and they say all the time, quiet, don't talk so much. We must be in the corner and to talk. It was very difficult to talk with the terrorists while they talking only in Arabic. Sometimes say some words in English. They say don't understand Hebrew. We try to talk, but no was so nicely to us. And all the time they just pushing and with the guns and very nervous about us. No was the communication with them.
人质被扣押后，国际社会和以色列人质家属组织持续呼吁要加速推进人质获释进程。然而，与人质相关的谈判却屡屡受阻，局势难以缓和。在多方斡旋迟迟未能取得突破的背景下，以色列在加沙多地加强军事行动，冲突进一步升级。住宅区、难民营、医院与联合国学校不断地在空袭当中受损。以色列方面多次表示，哈马斯在部分医院和民用设施附近活动，将其作为军事掩护或者指挥节点，以军因此展开相关打击。但是，联合国和多家国际机构就指出，医院周边聚集大量平民，相关行动造成严重伤亡。其是否符合国际人道法中的区分原则和比例原则，引发广泛争议。困在暗处的人质，卷入废墟的平民，战争正以不同方式吞噬着无数无辜的生命。 2023年11月24日，临时停火协议生效。在7天的停火期间，多批被扣押人员获释，克拉拉和他的家人得以返回。但是，路易斯与克拉拉的兄长费尔南多仍被继续扣押。2024年2月，以军在特别行动中救出路易斯和费尔南多，结束了2人长达129天的囚禁。
Clara, my next few questions would be for you about your release and the time leading up to your release. Did you notice any change to the environment you were in? I think it was 53 days that you were in captivity.
כן, היה, התנאים היו כל פעם יותר קשים. מההתחלה עד הסוף כל פעם יותר קשים, עד שהיה הסכם ואמרו שמשחררים, אז יצאנו רק הבנות, והדבר הכי קשה זה היה להיפרד מהאח שלי פרננדו ומלואיס, שאני משתחררת ואני צריכה להשאיר אותם בשבי. אז השתחררתי, המחבלים לקחו אותי, העבירו אותי למעבר אל הארץ, אל ישראל, וזה גם היה מאוד טראומטי כל המעבר. כל המעבר היה עם המון סואם של פלסטינאים, התעכבו המון זמן, עשו איזושהי צוגה. וההרגשה זה היה שההמון מתקרב ורוצה לעשות לינץ' עד שכעבור מעל חצי שעה שהשאירו אותנו באמצע עם כל ההמון הסואם, העבירו אותנו לארץ, למעבר לארץ.
When was the point in time you were told you were going to be released or freed? Do you recall that moment? How were you feeling?
זה רגע מאוד 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 קשה. אני הרגשתי שהשבי באמת זה גיהנום, אבל הרגע שמשאירים משפחה בשבי זה הרגע הרבה יותר קשה מהשבי עצמו. לדעת שאני משתחררת במשפחה נשארת, זה מה שבעצם מחבר אותי בכאב העצום שעד היום נמצא לכל המשפחות שלא חזרו. אמנם חזרו כל החטופים שהיו בחיים, אבל היום נשארים עוד 13 משפחות שמחכות שיחזירו את האהובים שלהם, גם אם הם חללים, כדי לסגור את המעגל. זה באמת הרגע הכי קשה, וזה מה שמחבר אותי עם המשפחות, שזה הדבר הכי חשוב היום, לסיים את כל השביעי לאוקטובר. למען אמת, אני לא חוזרת, עוד לא חזרתי לעצמי, לשיקום, לבית שלי, כי זה כל כך משמעותי וחשוב להחזיר את כולם, משהו הומניטרי ואנושי.
So recall that day for us when Clara and her sister and her niece were released. What were you doing? Did you know what was happening next? What were you told?
We don't understand what happened. We don't know if maybe they taken to Kele.
They were not told they were released when they were taken away.
No, they take the women and I think they will separate.
Right.
And don't know exactly what. They say maybe we taken to Israel, but we don't believe. We don't know. Maybe everything was like a movie, you understand, for us. And every information is from terrorists. And we don't know what to believe and what not. We stay alone and we look in one the second, but what the other, and we say, what happened now? What will be? And the terrorists, the next day, they say they are in Israel. Okay, we hope it's true. But we continue to be there and to try to survive.
Were you counting the days?
Yes. Every day I say what day is this, the number, yeah, the day in the week. First thing I do in the day when we get up, and they say today is this day, this, to know exactly where we're living, and we listen the hours from the Muazzin. Is the main call to pray from the Muslim, and that we know it's 5 times in the day, and it's much to be very exactly the hour every day, and we know it's morning, it's lunch time or evening for that.
And Luis, do you recall the day of your final release? Tell us what happened on that day.
I just remember we was sleeping, it was 2 o'clock in the morning. I was some explosion, and I see the soldiers coming and take us outside, and was a rescue from the Israel army, like the IDF, and we're moving together with the soldiers. The terrorist was sleeping in the first room. In the beginning, we don't understand if it's the terrorist shooting or what's going on, but when I see the Israel soldiers and they talk to me in Hebrew, I understand it's the commando from Israel. They take us and they take us from the 2nd floor down, and they waiting for other soldiers. And we're going to the first, we're running, and I see the lights from the truck. And I say, wow, they catch us. And I stop, but the soldiers say me, no, Luis, continues, it's our truck. And we was into the truck, and we start to go to the second direction, and after come the helicopter and take us to Israel.
They took you and Fernando together?
Together, yeah.
What was the first thing that you thought you wanted to do at the time?
When we come in, the first thing they give to us to do is to make a shower with hot water, to call to the families. They give us clothes, and we start to wait for all the grandchilds. I have 10 grandchilds, and I'm waiting for the family. Excuse me. It was very emotional, and I was lucky, and I see all my family again. After that, after 2 weeks, I going back to dance. I am a dancer, and I say, maybe this pain all my body, but I must to do something for myself, and I going to dance. And I continue to dance until now. The world must to know exactly what happened the 7th of October. We was normal people in our house. We living in peace. We living with the family, and we was a lot of Arabic friends. We think it's good to be together, to live together. Two people, maybe 2 countries, I don't know, but it's possible that people coming to work in the kibbutz and was okay. The people coming, but in the world they need to understand. There was a surprise for us what happened. So much terrorists coming to kill people, to do everything what they do that day. And I don't know if the people in the world know exactly what happened. They need to listen the two sides. We want peace.
העולם, כל האנושות, צריך לדעת שטרוריזם לא מוביל לשום פתרון, שום קונפליקט. צריך לנסות להוציא כדי שיהיו חיים טובים האנושות. כל בני אדם כנראה רוצה חיים טובים לכולם, אבל אנחנו מזהים, החמאס זה מחבלים, זה טרור, והייתי רוצה שהעולם ידע שכל דבר שצריך להשיג זה לא באמצעות טרור, כדי שיהיה לנו עולם טוב יותר. וזה בעצם מה שחשוב להעביר לעולם, ושכולם ידעו מה קרה באותו יום, כדי שדבר כזה לא יקרה בשום מקום בעולם.
从2023年10月7日至今，这场冲突已经持续了近800天。以色列在加沙地带的军事行动已造成超过7万人死亡，17万人受伤。巴以问题已延宕近80年，其根源复杂。但自从人质事件发生以来，中东所呈现的是21世纪规模最大、持续时间最长的人道主义危机之一。尽管加沙第一阶段停火协议达成，但巴以和平还远未实现，平民的苦难还在继续。联合国大会、人权理事会以及多家人道机构在过去的2年间反复发声，谴责针对医院、学校、避难所和救援车队的袭击，呼吁立即保护平民，确保人道主义通道的畅通。全球范围内反对暴力、呼吁停火的声音也从未停止。战争尚未完全止息，无论是被扣押的人质，还是在废墟中颠沛流离的平民，他们共同承受着这场冲突留下的严重创伤。这场危机提醒人们，在人道原则面前，没有例外，只有反思、制止并防止类似悲剧再度发生，和平才有真正降临的可能。好，感谢收看本期风云对话，我是朱子彤，我们下期再见。